Welcome to the Shred the Spread podcast, episode 27, Picks Saturday. If you're new, thanks for tuning in. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. And as always, on Pick Saturday, I'm joined by my right-hand man, Mr. 3-0 last week, about to go 3-0 this week, Dynell, money-making topping.
Mr. Bring Me My Money himself, Dynell. I'm feeling good, bro. I'm ready to go ahead and get these locks in, man. I've been locking them in. I locked them in nice and good last week. I got y'all some nice clear out money. Went 3-0 last week, man. You know, we're trying to repeat the performance. These games are a little bit tougher. I will admit it was a little bit tougher for me to decide, man. But we got a good slate, man. I'm like, right now, one of them locks is a big lock. I mean, I'm gonna stick with Joe Burr, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, dude, there are a lot of entertaining games this week, a lot of good spots. You're right. This week was a lot harder to decipher which games to attack, which spots to get to. As we mentioned last episode, these lines have obviously moved. So we do have to do our best to bob and weave the line movement and still get to the spots we want, which we did. I have 3 picks. Dynell has 3 picks. We do have a money line round robin, and we have a teaser. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. I'll go ahead. I'll drop my first pick, and that is the Bears +9 hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. I know it's ugly. The Eagles are coming off back-to-back dominating performances. They showed last week that they are the most versatile offense in the league. Jalen Hurts is making tremendous reads. Miles Sanders is just running through the holes that are opened up by that awesome offensive line. A.J. Brown is a force to be reckoned with. Devontae Smith, one of the best route runners in the league. And then Quez Watkins brings the speed. So much versatility. And I do know that Dallas Goedert is trending to come back. So that is also scary. But we have to remember, not only are the Eagles in a look-ahead spot, we are facing Justin Fields, who is he's magic with his legs. He is, he's very similar to Michael Vick, which sounds crazy because Michael Vick was, he was a blur when he ran, but Justin Fields is insanely fast. He extends plays, and, against a run heavy or a team that defends the run rush very well, he's going to be able to get outside the pocket because they're not going to want to run the ball down the throat of this Eagles defense. They're going to want to throw the ball. So we're going to see Justin Fields doing his best to make plays, and this guy just keeps games close. So I feel like 9 points is really, really high. I have this game closer to 7, so I do feel like I'm getting 2 points of value with this one. And let's be real, I know that the Eagles can say all the right things, but they're looking ahead to Christmas Eve where they play the Cowboys next week. That is a huge game. This Bears shit means nothing to them. Although they do want to win this game, 9 points is more than generous. So I will take the Bears +9 with my first pick. What about you, Donnell?
That was a good one, baby. I feel like you just wanted to use that to toot your own horn about your Eagles right now because they definitely balling. But I'm gonna go ahead and transition this. Smoking Joe Burr. My first pick is definitely the Bengals -3.5 versus the Bucks. Guys, what are we talking about here? I said this last episode of the podcast. Vegas gives Tom Brady too much credit, and I know that's kind of hard to believe considering the fact, he is the GOAT, but let's be honest, guys. This team, okay, not just Tom Brady, this team has been a disappointment thus far this year. They're in a very, very weak NFC South. That's the only reason why they're relevant. They're 6-7. The interior line has not shown any progress whatsoever. Tom Brady gets put to the ground almost every game, gets pressured more than any quarterback in the league. Their running game is spotty. Sometimes they want to play call for the run and really get going. Sometimes they want to just throw straight passes all goddamn game long. But we obviously see when they run the ball, they're a decent team. But I just don't see that coming against this Bengals team whatsoever. And granted, it's been non-existent the past 3 weeks since Bayern, honestly. And this Bengals defense is hungry. They are hungry. This team is very, very hungry. They're trying to take over that division over the Ravens, who are right now down bad with Lamar Jackson out. And I was just talking about the defense. I didn't even get into the offense, man. Guys, it's self-explanatory. Jamar Chase out there, Mixon out there, and just Joe Burrow himself, man. With his playmakers around him, I don't see how this defense can stop this team. And honestly, like I said, if you struggled last week, you got blown out by the Niners 35-7. With a third-string quarterback, I only imagine what the Bengals going to do to you. So I feel like it's a slam dunk for me. Bengals -3.5.
Yeah, dude, I actually agree with you here. We talked about it last episode. I basically said, is this a market slowing down to basically the market is can't keep up with the adjustment for the Bengals, or are the Bucks just having that Tom Brady treatment? And I think it's a little bit of both. You hit on it. You think the Bucks overvalue Brady, which obviously he's going to carry some weight to his name whichever game it is. But I do think the Bucks are struggling to accommodate for how well the Bengals have been playing. Like, I mean, let's be real. This number should be closer to 5. 3.5 is disgusting. Obviously, you have the hook against you, but I think the Bengals should handle business here. So I agree with you there. My next pick, Jaguars plus 4.5 versus the Cowboys. Another ugly one, but the beginning of the year, I think the biggest criticism on this Jaguars team was how quickly can Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence develop that offensive chemistry to get their feet on the ground and rolling. And you saw that over especially last week, that is in a division game versus the Titans, where the Titans have the Jaguars number. The Jaguars put it on them. Trevor Lawrence was making the right reads. We saw him get out and use his legs on that bootleg to the end zone. Zay Jones he has been a very dominant target for Trevor Lawrence. And then Evan Ingram coming up in the game plan week after week. There's just so much versatility in this offense. As long as ETN is healthy and running the ball well, he is a top 10 running back in the league. He's so versatile out of the backfield. Not as physical, but he does remind me of Alvin Kamara a lot. He's great. He's great with his hands, runs really solid routes against linebackers trying to cover him, and he's pretty solid runner. So he fits into that scheme very well with Doug Peterson, because we saw with Doug Peterson with the options he was running with Sproles, getting him outside of coverage and extra reads for Trevor Lawrence has been very efficient. So that offense has been on cruise control. This Cowboys looked really rough last week versus the Texans, and I don't expect that, especially this week, to just turn the tide, because I do like the Eagles. I think they're looking ahead. So these look ahead spots for these teams, I think they took their foot off the gas a little bit. I don't think the Bears beat the Eagles. I do think that game is close, but I do think the Jaguars could upset the Cowboys here. The Cowboys really had a chance to lose to the Texans last week, and the Jaguars are 10 times better than the Texans. The Jaguars are a team that if you don't come out prepared, they will make you pay. So I think for those reasons, the Jaguars, this is a really good spot. We're getting a good number. I would like to get this at 5 because I think the public will bet the Cowboys. So this is one of those spots where I think I'm going to wait till Sunday to officially put that bet in, but 4.5 is a really good number. So you're getting a key number here. Dino, what is your second pick?
For my second pick, man, I got to go with my Golden Boys, man. My Commanders, man. Taylor Heineke, Terry McLaurin, Jonathan Allen, and them big dogs out there, man. They barking here, they coming, and they're jawing for that playoff race. I'm gonna keep it nice. I'm gonna try to keep it black and white here. The one thing to me that makes this line kind of juicy is the fact that the Giants, absent of Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones, have literally nothing to help them out whatsoever. Not only that, this team is banged up bad. This defense have been underperforming for the past 5 weeks. I think they're 1-3-1 their last 5 games, and it's been a tumble. It has been definitely been a fork in the road, a little bump in the road out there. A nice beginning to the season, and let's put it in perspective. The Commanders on the rise, coming off of a bye. You had 3 weeks to prepare for the team. You know what I'm saying? You played them once, you had a bye, now you're playing them again. So now you have 3 weeks of total complete preparation. At this point now, Daniel Jones has been a threat to you this year. How do you stop Daniel Jones in his second meeting? I think the Commander's going to learn well from that. And the fact that there's a possibility of Chase Young coming back and Benjamin St-Juste, the corner on the outside, he was missing last game as well. Those defensive fighters right there are 2 key players on that defensive side. And honestly, all you got to do in the offense is finish. The problem was just finishing. And with this defense reeling the way it is right now, I can really see this Commanders team really putting it on the Giants and putting a stamp in that playoff race.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to say that I agree with you, because that's actually my third pick. And just to follow up on that, very, very, very briefly, everybody thinks the Giants plus 4.5 is free money this week. I don't know why. Everybody's same reasoning. Oh, the Giants, they just played them 2 weeks ago. They tied, blah, blah, blah. Dude, the Commanders just played the Giants, went on a bye, and now they're playing the same team that they just played and spent a week preparing to play again. The Commanders are playing way better football than the Giants. The Giants and the Commanders are trending in opposite ways, positive for the Commanders, negative for the Giants. The Giants looked a mess versus the Eagles. That bye is going to work wonders for that Commanders team. They're getting healthier, as you said. We have a whole week of practice to prepare for the team that they just struggled against. The Giants had a 7-point lead going to the fourth quarter, and they blew that. Let's be real. There are no free squares in sports betting, and everybody and their mom is going to click that Giants plus 4.5 first button. The line just stinks. And you know I love stinky lines. So I'm with you, my man. Commanders minus 4.5. So I have Bears +9, Jaguars +4.5, and the Commanders minus 4.5 was my third pick. Dynell so far has the Bengals minus 3.5, also has Commanders minus 4.5. What is your last pick?
My last and final pick. My man Jared is not gonna like this, but screw it. You know what I'm saying? We've been head to head before. This is gonna be one of them weeks we butt heads. I have the Patriots +1.5 against the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's put this in perspective, guys. Let's be honest. When has a Bill Belichick disciple ever beaten Bill Belichick? Not once.
This week.
Not once. You funny with that one. Not once, man. So honestly, like I said, this Patriots defense is phenomenal. Okay, guys. I mean, they put the pressure on to bring the blitz. I think they're third in sacks in the whole league this year. Matt Judon has been on it, and that defense helps put the offense into great positions. And that's what I believe. That's what they're going to have to bank on. And that's what I believe is going to happen. That defense is going to be opportunistic. They're going to cause turnovers. And not only they're going to cause turnovers, they're going to put the offense in great field position, forcing punts and returning the ball to the 40-yard line, things like that. So Bill Belichick, that's all
the game is in Vegas. Does that turn you away?
No.
Okay, well, it should. Yeah, you know what? The Raiders were actually my last pick out. I don't know, dude. I really like the Raiders in this spot for some reason. I don't know why. I've said I've had gut plays on here before. That was kind of a gut play. I just feel like they had an embarrassing game last week, and I thought they were due for a spot. But, we're not going to bet head-to-head this week. I'm going to let you fly. We're going to give you a free roll. But let's just say, next episode, if the Raiders win, I'm on your ass. Did you just boo me?
Yeah, just fucking booed you. Don't do that to me.
All right. Producer Tyler, add the Raiders. My last pick in because of that. Raiders -1.5. Okay, right, so there y'all had it. So we have officially added that to my card. Raiders -1.5. We were having a bet off just because of, I'll take a free head-to-head win whenever I can get one because you're that confident. That just means the Patriots lose by 20. So
dude, you're betting on the Raiders, bro. You're betting on the Raiders.
Dude, Exactly. And you're betting on the Patriots. The Patriots have beaten all backup quarterbacks here. That's all I need to say. But let's just go ahead and hop into the money line round robin. We have the Jets hosting the Lions. I love the Jets this week. Didn't make my pick because I would basically double down in the money line round robin with them. But dude, we hit it last week or last episode. We're taking Jared Goff, the fish out of the fishbowl. What's he going to do? He's going to flop around. He's going to throw shitty passes. He's going to have his hands in his little fanny pack trying to warm up his hands because it's in the tundra. Jets roll. Jets win this game. I don't care who the quarterback is. Part 2 of the money line round robin. We have the Colts. Vikings are fake good. We say this every week. Although the Colts aren't good, period, this is a good spot. We have Jonathan Taylor. As long as he can get his feet under him and he can run efficiently and get first downs, I think the Colts keep this game close and gives them opportunity to win. And then we have Mr. Famous Mike Vrabel as an underdog. Mike Vrabel is an underdog, one of the most profitable bets in the last 4 years, especially at 3 or more. They're facing the Chargers. Chargers coming off a big win last week versus the Dolphins. I don't know, dude. Titans, really good spot. Do we think Derrick Henry has back-to-back bad games? Probably not. This Chargers defense looks like they will be without Derwin James once again, obviously missing Joey Bosa on the line. Their defense is sweet. We're going to hope for a Derrick Henry masterclass. So, so that's the money line round robin. And we do have a teaser for this week. You guys know I hate teasing through zero, but Dynell saw a very good spot. He made a very good point. And I'll give credit to him, man. This first part of the teaser is Panthers +3. So we've teased the Panthers from -3 to +3. Basically, the only reason that I agreed to this is because we are still getting a key number. We teased through 0 to another key number. I like the Panthers to win this game anyway, but now we're getting a field goal on our side, so we do have the push potential. So first leg of the teaser, Panthers +3 versus the Steelers. The second leg, Patrick Mahomes versus the Texans. What could go wrong? We're getting the Chiefs at -8.5, just below the key number of 9. They're facing the Texans. The Chiefs are very good. The Texans are very bad. We know Patrick Mahomes doesn't cover large numbers. I know. That's what scares us. However, this Chiefs team should win by at least 10. They might not cover the regular spread of 14.5, which is currently set, because I think this game closes at close to 15.5. I doubt Patrick Mahomes covers that big of a number, but I'll take my chances on Patrick Mahomes covering 9 than
And
the
no
Texans
Damian
covering
Pierce,
9.
man. That
And
hurts. No
oh
Damian
yeah, dude,
Pierce.
that Texans have nobody. They have
Nobody.
nobody. It just this is part of the teaser that's like they better cover this. There is no reason not to cover this. And then the last leg, as we hit on the money line round robin, Titans is an underdog. We're gonna throw some extra points on there. Titans +9. I think this game stays close, period. If the Titans don't win, I think it comes down to a field goal for the Chargers. So we're kind of double dipping on the Titans, but I love them. Mike Vrabel is an underdog. Why not take the most profitable bet of the last few years? So that's Panthers +3, Chiefs -8.5, and the Chargers +9. Do you want to take a guess on which leg of that teaser sells us?
The Chiefs.
Oh, dude, I was hoping you were gonna say it's not selling because this shit's hitting. But all right, maybe we'll try it next week.
No,
That's
yo,
that'll be your
yo.
homework for next week.
Hey, man, I'm a realist.
So, dude, you know what? I'm like, because this was kind of a shorter episode, I'll give you an opportunity. You wanted something to get off your chest. Do you want to get that thing off your chest, or have you set your piece?
Honestly, yeah, you know, let's get this on my chest a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
let's hear it.
So
Let's hear it. I'm interested now.
Jalen Hurts, all right, to me, honestly, the head runner of the MVP race. I mean, even in the betting system, even with us, I honestly believe Jalen Hurts has deserved the right to be to be number one in the MVP race right now. He's played phenomenal. Turnovers have been slim to none. Mad touchdowns. I mean, he's probably one of the best dual threats we've seen since Mike Vick, if you want to be quite honest with that, or Lamar Jackson. They're all in the group of one. They're all within their one. But I remember hearing, I was leading this clip. I was on Twitter. I was scrolling and I can see this clip that's been going viral right now. It's basically Chris Sims kind of I wouldn't say bashing Jalen Hurts, but kind of using the notion of, the Michael Parsons notions of, the team is so good around him that he, that basically he didn't deserve to be in the conversation with Mahomes, Allen.
So
Yeah,
he was trying to
basically in a
discredit
way,
him.
right? Here's what I gotta say about that, right? And this is what pisses me off kind of about this when it comes with Jalen Hurts, right? What we want to do is, I feel like the people don't want to believe what Jalen Hurts has become into. It's such a quick turnaround. I mean, the man has become the pocket passer that no one believed that he thought he would be. He's absolutely running the ball phenomenally. This man is probably one of the best talents in the NFL right now. And I think it's time to wake up, right? It's really time to wake up to what this growth that this man has been doing. Let's be honest, right? You want to bring up AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and all the weapons around them. Have you understand that Devontae Smith is having a career year? I believe not, right? With Jalen Hurts at the helm of the quarterback. AJ Brown is high this year. I mean, he's probably going to burst through his career best receiver numbers on top of that too. Miles Sanders already probably having one of the best years he's had in his whole entire career.
I think this is his first time passing 1,000 yards.
First time passing 1,000 yards, and he's not even really the primary part of the offense, guys. I mean, come on, right? This is the Jalen Hurts effect. Everything around him helps him, but I'm telling you right now, he's helping the people on the outside a lot more. Yes, they have one of the best O-line in the game. Okay, you can't blame that on them. Harry Roseman put a absolutely phenomenal team together. They're one of the best defenses, whatever. But that man can control what he can control, and he's out there delivering each and every week, throwing phenomenal passes, running the ball. The man's a power lifter. He gets fucking 3 yards every QB sneak, and name a quarterback doing that. Really, come on, guys. Like, it's time to wake up, And I was kind of pissed off how Chris Sims was basically saying that the system, I'm sorry, what he said? He said that he's in a great system, that the coach didn't run the system, but since they have Jalen Hurts, they have to run the current system. How does that negatively affect Jalen Hurts in any way? That means that The coaches went into this. They hired the coach while Jalen Hurts was already in discussion at quarterback. They drafted him at quarterback already, right? They know the coach's scheme, and they drafted Jalen Hurts. So if they know the scheme, right, and Jalen Hurts doesn't fit the scheme, why would they draft Jalen Hurts to not fit the scheme in the second round with a second round pick? That doesn't make any sense to me. They seen talent in Jalen Hurts from the door already, just in case if Carson Wentz went down. And you saw how that went, and you see how that's going now. Look at what the position Jalen Hurts is in. He's really made Nick Sirianni look tremendous. I mean, Nick Sirianni has been tremendous, but he really makes Nick Sirianni look like a genius. This man said he's trusted Jalen Hurts day in and day out. Every single time he really trusts Jalen Hurts, and you can see it. And he's led him to this 12-1 record. Let's give flowers where flowers is due, and let's not bash the man for what he has around him. It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Wow. Very passionate. I agree with everything you said. I will just make one comment though. Dude, if you're an Eagles fan, just say that. You don't have to hide anymore.
Oh, no. Come on, man. No. Listen. And you know, I'm a huge advocate for it, especially African-American quarterbacks, right? Like, I really, we get a bad rap. They really get a bad rap. I feel like there's a different notion and a different view on them. And I feel like everybody seems to be praising Brock Purdy, but they just want to diminish Jalen Hurts. Just want to put that out there.
I think, yeah, you made some good points. We're not going to beat it to death, but nah, dude. I hope he keeps up this play. I hope he wins the MVP. Yeah, dude. Howie Roseman is playing chess. Everybody else is playing checkers. That's all I'm going to say. We're fleecing the league.
He's playing Madden. He's playing Madden.
He literally has force trades on. But let's just do a quick recap of everything we've covered. My picks, I'm on the Bears +9, Jaguars +4.5, Commanders -4.5, and buzzer beater to have a bet off versus Dynell, Raiders -1.5. So my 4 picks. Dynell is on the Bengals -3.5, Commanders -4.5, and Patriots +1.5. Our money line round robin for this week will be placing on the Jets, Colts, and Titans. And then our teaser, Panthers +3, Chiefs -8.5, and Titans +9. Dynell, I'll let you try this again. Which part of our teaser is selling us this week?
Nobody.
That's what I like to hear. Nobody. Teaser's gonna smack. We're gonna hit 2 of these 3 money line round robins. I'm gonna go 4-0. Dynell is unfortunately gonna go 2-1 because I will win the bet off. The Raiders will
in his dreams, guys.
The Raiders will handle the Patriots easily. But with that being said, let's have a profitable weekend. We have some good football. We have football all day Saturday. We have football Sunday. We have football Monday.
So like
and then we'll be back on Preview Thursday to a quick recap, and then we'll do this all over again. So we only have a couple more weeks left, so let's enjoy it while it lasts. For the Shred the Spread podcast, for myself, my co-host Dynell,
yes sir,
and our fabulous producer at Real Metro Gnomes,
Productions.
GN, not NO. If you like the podcast, please do us a favor, and wherever you get your podcast, leave us a rate. And if you can comment, you can do so. You can also comment or DM us on Twitter at @ShredTheSpread_. And if you are into TikToks, you could follow us on TikTok at @ShredTheSpread. That'll do it for us this week. We'll be back on Preview Thursday to this all over again. Let's enjoy some football. Let's make some money. And Dino, any last words?
Tell Bakes to bring me my money.
Yes, sir, man. We will see y'all next week. Have a good one. Thanks for listening.